Yeezy and dollar sign. That pussy where you would've swore in the water line. The hoes love me cause I'm a water sign. All this money on the floor. 10 racks, throw it up, watch how I do it. Make it drop to a toast. Bend it up, pick it up real slow. Do it, baby, do it. Off that work, ice like a jacuzzi. In my back, call me 06 Gucci. What's happening? Tryna make a movie.
Do it stay wet, do it smell fresh.
Oh, for God's sakes. What? I can never pull that off smoothly. There's always something.
Or just going straight into the song.
Yeah, I always just want to completely, get that energy right.
It's not that deep,
How can you do this to me? To another attack of the heart. This is episode 58. Yes!
Correct.
It is 58, yeah. Don't worry, I got it. It's all up here. I messed up once. Don't fucking put me in a fucking pedestal, alright?
You pulled that off way better than I pulled the transition from the song into the intro.
That's right. Because I'm here to perfect my craft.
I got that wrong twice.
Twice, yeah, you hit me. I was devastated.
But we got here.
And look at where we are. It's
episode 58.
Episode 58. God damn. We're slaying.
Do you want to hear us? Was that better, having our voices amplified at us?
No.
No, it's better like this.
Yeah.
It's much
We're already having a conversation. I don't need to hear it being double in my face. It's fine. Like this.
What we were talking about?
We were talking about a lot of shit.
Yeah, we spoke about. We've just come here. It's like what? Fucking.
We're talking about Pokemon.
It's 10 to 9 on a Saturday night right now.
I know. And we're talking about Pokemon. It's great. I like it.
And we were talking about Pokemon. We were talking about my dream to play Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal. I was
Can become a reality, bro.
Well, I was born. You know this story, but I was born.
So was I.
In the perfect time frame to play Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Yeah.
Pokemon Yellow was bought for me because I did well in like my year 1 or 2, like end of year exam.
Okay.
And I came home and Pokemon Yellow was there, and it was like
crisp. You're like, oh,
incredible. And we were talking about how like the sprites objectively were awful back then, but that as a kid you then imagined what these creatures like looked like. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times what I was imagining wasn't. Once we got to like Ruby and Sapphire, we got like HD sprites.
Yeah.
And I guess you always did in the anime.
True. But I mean, like, you can, if you never watched the anime. I never like really watched it. I think I watched like season 1. Right? And then it was just like it's gonna be the same, basically.
I mean, going up to
But I wanna
like Ruby and
rewatch it all.
Sapphire is my pull-out from that franchise. Like Diamond and Pearl. I guess I didn't get a DS. My sister had the DS. I got a Wii.
Fair.
And I just left portable gaming behind.
And you stuck at home instead.
But yeah, and then to make it even more glorious, I went to Florida with my family and was in Florida and fucking on the plane on the way there, they played Pokemon the movie, the second one.
No way.
And that was like, I'd seen the first one in the cinema. So I didn't even know there was a second one.
And here we are.
And you got to see like loads of Pokemon that fucking didn't even exist yet. You know?
What, in this second movie, yeah?
Blossom, Marill. They're all in this like little short film before the second movie. So it was like blowing my 7-year-old brain. I was like, what are these Pokemon? What is going on here? This is outrageous.
Outrageous.
In Florida, they buy me Pokemon Gold. And I'm living it up. I'm living it up. I'm like absolutely.
You trying to listen to yourself?
We gotta get balanced audio here.
Okay. How we balancing it? We're having some technical issues.
I'm just way louder than you. That's all.
Do you want me to be louder?
And speak directly into the mic. It's easy to forget.
Okay, bro. I can show you what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking better.
We're looking better, yeah? I'll speak up. That's fine. It's my nature. All right?
I mean, we can cut all this out.
You probably will.
Yeah, so on that trip, I was just nailing Pokemon Gold. And I remember, like, because it was just... The graphics, obviously, it was slightly better. Same Game Boy Color, same console. But everything was, like, a little bit better. And I think it might have been one of the first games that I really, like, got into the mechanics of. Like, because you could see for the first time the XP bar going up when you battled. So it was so satisfying. You know how satisfying it is getting that bar
All the way up and like... Yes.
And getting the little ping when you level up. And there was all this new stuff like a day and night cycle and a bug catching competition and the radio. The world building was like...
You got a phone, right? Because in the first one, you didn't get one, did you?
No, you had a bike and a fishing rod.
Yeah,
that's about it.
So like the phone as well, because you can then re-battle other people. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
There's so much shit in here.
So it was just blowing my mind. Yeah. Red Gyarados, shiny Gyarados, Lake of Rage.
Yeah, straight up.
Crazy. And I got to Icy Path. So just think about how close to Kanto I was. Just think about how close to Kanto I was. I was stuck on Icy Path, and it was like killing me. I was like 8 years.
I can't do it.
Oh yeah, I was crying.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I think what happened to this day, I believe this, and I'll believe this until I go to the grave. I went on a scout camp. And a boy called William stole my Pokemon Gold.
Oh, you ran him out. You're not even like...
I mean, I'll leave it at that. He knows who he is.
He knows who he is.
But he took that away from me, of being able to go back to Kanto.
I mean, yeah.
That would have, like... I think...
that would destroy a person. Especially if you're like... You were so close and then... Yep.
That would have started my sexual awakening early. And I would be a more developed man now.
Maybe you need to go back and finish it so then you can grow into a more developed man.
And eventually I fucking get to fight myself on Mount Silver. That would have been too much. That would have changed me fundamentally.
The first one from the first game, you're like, oh shit, I didn't have any of these Pokemon when I first played.
But I suppose things, work out for the best, because then I really got into Ruby and Sapphire because I didn't get into Gold like that,
Yeah.
So
as soon as you got Ruby and Sapphire, you're like, I'm beating this and I'm doing this.
Emerald is the peak of the series, and from where I'm From where I'm standing.
Fair enough. I mean, everyone's got their opinions.
But I don't know. I've been thinking of making the move recently to like. There's such a push with technology for so long to like everything in one. Everything needs to be everything all at once. Your phone can order a pizza and it can also speak to. How have I just listed the two most normal things that you do on a phone? You call people, you order a pizza.
What are you doing?
No, phones now can do like so much stuff.
They can go on the internet, bro.
But
like phones used to do that. Remember?
I want to break that all down again and have like an iPod and a Game Boy and a phone, all separate.
Why?
I just miss it. Like each dedicated devices for specific things.
No, that's going backwards. Why?
Well, no, because I think Apple. No, I legitimately think in the world, like I think that the iPod could come back for sure as a dedicated device. I think there's like a market for it.
Nah, I don't. With the way that Apple's moving, no.
I don't know.
The Apple Vision, no way.
I don't know if
no way.
I don't know if they'll do it. Well, yeah.
They'll have to. They'll integrate that into like having like headphones and shit, and you can just like walk around and be able to fucking hear like a lot better than most people. That's something.
If they sold
like 50 years from now, but
if they sold an iPod Classic that had Bluetooth, I'd buy one. That's the only reason. That's the only thing that's stopping me.
You would be one of those people. It's like that when they came out with that new Nokia. What's the fucking code at the end?
The 3310.
3310.
The original,
it, yeah. Like they came up with an updated version.
Yeah, no, that was lame.
And I know that that's not something you'll go for. What I'm saying is you are at that level of thinking. Like people went and rushed to get that again because they wanted a durable phone, bro. And it's like we're not going.
Nah, I want like a pager, like literally something I can just like a beeper, like
yeah, bro.
I can just text from.
You're moving in the wrong direction.
I'm telling you, individuality. Like, no, I love my iPhone. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do so much with the iPhone. That is like its own thing. But I just think there's room for everything. Like, why the fuck do some things have to go? Like, let's just keep everything.
It's not go. It's combined. So it's a
different experience. It's a whole different experience.
What do you mean? You're holding an iPod that's holding your music. Why is your phone different than?
I'll fully.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
I miss.
You missing stuff like.
No. Hear my vision.
Okay. I'm hearing it.
I remember a world we take for granted these days far too much. What it means to be online, like having a device in the room or on your person that is connected to the internet. That changes everything. And I can only say that because I remember like distinctly what it was like before that even was a concept, like what the world we live in now and what's like possible at my fingertips just there and just there sat next to you. We take it because obviously we take it for granted. It's every day. But like thinking back to, I used to go to my grandparents in the summer holidays in Denmark. And yeah, I'd have an iPod Classic. Or I guess I remember more having an iPod Touch. And their summer house where they lived was like powered by solar power. They like didn't have like running water for 6 hours of the day. Like you had to like do all the shit you needed to do with water within a specific window.
Yeah.
So Wi-Fi was out the question.
Wow. Okay.
So I guess that memory stands out to me because what I'd do is I'd walk around the little neighborhood that they lived in just with my iPod Touch out, just like looking for any network that was open.
Yeah.
And I had a jailbroken device at the time.
Yeah.
Which meant you can do this now on any iPhone, but it let me download any video.
Yeah.
On my iPod Touch. So I'd go and like sit outside the house that I found with the free network and download like one episode of Family Guy, and it would take me like 45 minutes. And I'd be sat on the curb outside.
Waiting for that episode.
Just waiting for that episode.
So then you can watch 20 minutes of it.
So I can go back to my grandparents' house, and that night, because I bought books, but this is what I mean, I had all this dedicated, like, each thing was in my rucksack that I'd take with me, I'd have like 4 or 5 books, I'd have my Sony Walkman, and like CDs, so CDs were quite, in a rucksack you can only fit so much. So I'd bring like 4 or 5 albums, and in that 6 to 8 weeks that I was over there, I just nail those albums front to back. Like I'd read every square inch of the booklet, rip the case open, see what the spine, some bands were putting like secret messages on like the inlays of the spine and stuff like that, and then so this thing of being able to like get the slow drip of like new content, like one Family Guy episode, a South Park episode a day, because I'd obviously be doing stuff with my grandparents as well. So like I couldn't just sit outside this house. That's my whole holiday.
Yeah,
just sat doing that.
Trying to get episodes in.
But so that at the time it was a nuisance. It was like, oh, I wish it was faster.
Wish you had internet.
I dreamt of this, the world we live in now, where I can literally like, it's bonkers. Anything humans have made, like in terms of like books, television, visual media, photographs, I can just produce.
Yeah.
Like literally, like in under a minute.
Yes. I understand that fully.
So, and I'm sure we're similar ages. You remember such a time?
I do, yeah. And that's why I thought it was
and I miss
awful.
That. No, I miss it.
I don't miss it.
I don't want it all the time.
Yeah, I know, but
I want to be able to dip my toe.
You cannot pick and choose, because if that happens, where you go back to.
No, but we can. That's what I'm saying. We can have it all.
You can have it all.
Hey, we can do what we want.
You can still get an iPod or whatever.
I'm gonna.
Oh, so all you're saying is that's what you want to do,
and that's what I'm gonna do.
No, but that's like you're saying it as like you're simplifying it for like you want it simplified for everyone else. But what?
No, I'm not trying to. I'm not like you fuck with what I'm saying.
True.
Come party. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like...
You missed those old days, so you want to go back to those old days.
If you want to come back, you want to just dip your toe for a little bit with me. But then...
Don't worry, I got my phone. You have all your 17 different gadgets on you at all times. Look, you're just going to be pulling out like, this is my abacus. This is how I do my mouth.
Yeah, that'd be handy. Back in the day, pulling out the Game Boy Advance SP and just fucking Yoshi's Island there in my hand.
Nah, bro.
At any time. Like, if I was... I'd just be at, like... if my parents had bought me...
Please do it. I want to see it the next, like, 6 months to a year. You have all those gadgets on you, constantly holding you down.
Do you understand?
Obviously, there's going to be times where you're going to leave them at home, but it's going to be so funny.
I can pick and choose like a cowboy. I can, like, choose which weapons I want to bring out.
But to be honest, saying that, I feel like I have done something similar.
People do it with Switches now.
Like, I would say, like, I'll bring out, like, a Rubik's Cube or a yo-yo, cards, you know?
Exactly.
But those are things that, like, you can still get sort of like, enjoyment out of like with other people, like cards you could, maybe not a Rubik's Cube or a yo-yo, but people tend to, as soon as they see that, they like tend to flock to it because it's nostalgia.
I mean, it's not really about for me, it's all about like, I can get lost in these things, like books or...
So you want to get lost in the mystery?
I'm all about, as a human, trying to find that thing where time disappears. That is like, I don't know, desirable. Like to want to find flow state. That's where the magic happens. When you're reading a book and all of a sudden, I know you don't really read. That's not a slight.
No, I know.
It's just
that's just something
you're not
that's
into.
something I do. I don't do.
When you read and you're into it, it's almost as sensory as watching a movie, so if not more. Mm-hmm. If it's kind of got to click.
If you're completely immersed, yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's a little bit of
like you're walking through.
You like just
the world.
Tickle your way in.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, because it is just words on a page, but your mind sort of
drifts.
Yeah, and that's the Harry Potter universe for me is so much more fleshed out than the films could ever attempt. I mean, I'm excited for this new series, but
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, for sure.
I still need to watch them, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we'll do this, but like knowing and having that time, like again, I'll be at my grandparents and like I've read the biggest Harry Potter book, Order of the Phoenix. I read that in a day over there once, just because I didn't have anything to do.
Oh, okay, so I
just nail it, and it's like
it's thick.
It's thick. Big
That's
boy,
a thick ass boy.
It's my favorite one. And so that and the iPod again, because it was just so futuristic when it came out. Like you can't really like fathom it. I'm gonna sound like an old man the more I go on with this talking about.
Yeah.
But
you sound like an old soul.
You cannot fathom like how outrageous this tech was. Like when it came out, it was like such a jump sort of thing. So I would just get lost in the music, and also with what was happening to the music industry at the time, where like CDs were collapsing, and there was like a little bit before streaming came, and it was just a free-for-all on the internet. You ever use LimeWire?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
What, in the Dominican?
No. Here.
How old were you when you came here?
11.
So
that was
that
like 2005.
2005.
It was just when it was like
that's
coming
perfect.
In. Yeah,
that's
literally
perfect.
as it was coming in. I when I first came here, I had this house in Nottingham where like they just had a computer. And that's when I first started playing RuneScape. Like I was addicted. I was fucking into it. I'm still a bit now, to be honest. But yeah, and then I started downloading a load of shit. I never really did download like videos. It was mainly songs.
I mean,
I can already see into your fucking mind, mate. All right,
I mean, you don't understand the education that I gained from what I saw.
What I did do was I did like, you know, when somebody had like a video on their phone and they wanted to transfer it to you.
Oh yeah, Bluetooth.
But it wasn't
infrared.
Infrared, bro. Back in the day, yeah, infrared. I used to take a lot of videos like that. Like people would be like, "Oh, look at this," and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, give it to me." So
some of those videos were rogue.
Yeah,
some rogues are flying around on the infrared.
That's 2005, 2006 era. You're like, "Oh shit, okay, this is."
I mean,
filthy.
But you can't . People think.
The pixels in those videos, so you're like, I can see each pixel.
Well, it's like the Pokemon sprites, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes the imagination
That's it, yeah.
get a little crazier with it. But people think when
now
you...
everything's fucking HD and 4K.
You know exactly.
You can see every detail.
But I guess people that didn't get to experience that will never know. Like, they think that we went looking for that intentionally, but it was just a wild west.
Yeah.
Like,
people would just be fucking handing out this shit. You're like, okay, I'll take
my
this.
mum introduced me to Napster, the first one. They were the first, like...
Napster.
So these programs are called peer-to-peer program sharing programs, file sharing programs. And that just means that a peer is a computer.
Justin Timberlake did it. I went something complete. Sorry.
Made a song called Peer to Peer or some shit.
No. He appeared in a movie. Well, it was the
Social Network.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Here's the whole thing. Internet started popping in the 90s, and as the 90s got towards the end,
when people thought the machines
Well, it was just like
about to blow up.
it was a real simple process of like, you could put CDs into computers and you could get the music off and have the files. So then the internet's popping and like, you know, people are talking to one another and they're like, oh, what music do you listen to? What music? Oh, I listen to this. What do you listen to? And it's like, well, I've got these files on my computer. Have you heard this? No, I've not. Do you want them? I've got them.
I got them right here, yeah.
So I'll give you them.
Right.
That started just happening.
Oh, okay.
There's like real, just casual.
Yeah.
And that's what these programs were for. That's how it like started. Like just
like
people.
Napster and stuff.
Yeah, so then Napster wasn't the first one. So the first one that my mum somehow mum was always just on the cusp of what was happening in tech. She would always come through and show me.
Yeah. Not so much now. You're way ahead in that sort of respect.
Yeah, but she set me on that.
Yeah, in that path
for sure. And she, showed me this thing called Kazaa.
Kazaa?
Yeah. And
what's that?
The first things I downloaded on Kazaa were
Kazaa.
a clip of Timmy from South Park.
Okay.
You seen the first one? The first Timmy appearance. Timmy! He's like in a band.
No, I don't think I have.
It's like season 2, I think. Something like that. A real early season. But yeah, that, some Tenacious D, Jack Black, just like early internet comedy stuff. Mm-hmm. Then Napster came, but then the artists, the music industry like responded and were like started becoming aware that this was happening. And it's like, whoa, if all the fans are just trading songs,
why don't I build a website?
We're not making any money.
Oh.
Yeah. So
true.
All the artists got together and the fans were like really angry. The main person that did this was the drummer of Metallica, who's a man called Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich.
Yeah, Danish man.
Nice.
And he kind of pioneered a campaign against Napster. Have you not seen the South Park episode about this? It's so funny. Cartman like explains. It's like fucking one of the... It's the
what
one.
Season?
It's like season 6 or 7, and it's where Cartman, Token, and Butters start a Christian rock band.
And he's like...
Play the bass, Token.
Yeah. Play the bass. It's like, I don't know how
Why
to play
do you
the
think I can play the bass?
Damn it. Damn it, Token. Now give me a beat.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But then there's like the B storyline. At the beginning, Stan, Kyle, they start their own band as well.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll download some music to get some inspiration. And then they press download. Freeze! And like the FBI. That's so funny. That's like that thing we watched. That thing we watched last week. You wouldn't steal a car. It's on that level of like lunacy.
I remember that because they're fighting each other. The
two bands.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get a
gold record.
Because he's a.
Cartman works out that if he does it on the Christian circuit, he can do it much quicker.
No, he can't. Like,
But then he doesn't at the end. That's
no. He wants to do it, yeah, through the Christian side, but because he thinks he can get much quicker. But then at the end, because he can't get a gold record through a church band, he's like,
yeah, it's a Myrrh record.
yeah.
It's one of the best South Park episodes for sure. But they go to Lars Ulrich's house.
Yeah.
In that episode, and they're like, the guy from the record, the government is like, look, there's Lars Ulrich. He's so sad. Do you know why he's crying? Because he can't afford to refuel his private jet. And like, so there was this whole conversation between the fans and the artists. The artists were like, we're losing money. And the fans were like, you have so much money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that, and I guess Lars Ulrich became known as like a money grabbing piece of shit. I like Lars Ulrich, but that is generally not so much now, but definitely in like the 2000s when that was happening.
Yeah.
And then LimeWire. Yeah, LimeWire was like, there was.
Yeah, I think I only did LimeWire, so I think I was just like coming in the country when that was like happening, because I remember being at home and downloading like music and shit like that. So,
but you go to like,
I think I was trying to download. I think I did download videos, but it was like anime movies that I was trying to watch.
I bet they were.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense.
But you would, like, legitimately, as like an 11-year-old, type in, I'd get home from school, and some kids would have told me about like some new music. And so I got on LimeWire and I'd be like, Green Day. Search.
How are you sitting in this chair? You're
just like this, exactly like. No, back then it would have been like this.
Like Green Day. Search. One button, bro. Fuck me.
Well, I'm just keeping it nice and simple from a storytelling perspective. I was way more animated back then. And all the search results would come up. And yeah, there'd be all the Green Day songs. You know, it's the Green Day songs I'd never heard of before. All this like
amazing
news. It's incredible. And then there'd be some songs that said they were by Green Day, and you download them, and it'd be like Bill Clinton. That was a common one. You can even find it. Let me find it. So I'll show you.
Show me.
I'll show you exactly.
Show me. These vids. Bill Clinton. What, just announcing his predator?
So what I've had to type in here is Bill Clinton iFree Club.
iFree Club.
Because what would happen is you download a song that you thought was like Green Day, but what would happen is this.
My fellow Americans, I would once again like to say that I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did, however, go to ifreeclub.com, where they offer hundreds of free products: computers, notebooks and accessories, televisions, home and portable audio and video, fashion, cosmetics, housewares, and much more. Visit them today.
What the fuck?
ifreeclubs.com. Yeah, so that's infamous, that clip just there. Like, that was everywhere. Like, so many times you'd like, even to the point where you'd download stuff and just accept that it was what it was, put it onto an MP3 player or an iPod, go somewhere, get to that song. I did not have sexual relations with her, and you're like, for fuck's sake.
That would be so funny.
For sure.
If I've never had that happen to me, but that would be so funny to see somebody like, they're like, I want to show you this song, I just downloaded it. They put it on, their face, your face, priceless.
But then, so you get that, but then you'd also get other things that 11-year-old me, it was very interesting. It'd be like,
now it's going juicy.
lady with green hair takes it on balcony all day, all day. So the words Green Day are definitely in there.
Just not, in...
I wasn't anticipating.
So close.
But curiosity definitely got the better of me. And
so how was that lady with green hair?
I mean, I probably saw things that no 11-year-old should see. But then at the same time, I probably saw things
back
that...
it up.
There's one in my head, it's a specific memory of a German. I was just amazed at how, like, aggressive this lady... I didn't understand what I was even seeing, like, sex. Like, hadn't even had any of those conversations, and all of a sudden I'm seeing a German lady who is, like, could be a mum, and she's, like, saying the word Scheiße a lot.
In what position?
Whoa. I remember... She had her leg up on a balcony. It was like a window situation.
Wow.
But that's just one of hundreds of different videos that... No,
I sure bet, yeah.
but not even of just that nature. I get sometimes you download stuff and it'd just be a video of someone dying.
Whoa, that took a dark turn.
Yeah. Well, again, you didn't, like, go looking for it. But
That just says to me that you spent way too much time downloading a lot of different shit.
you don't understand. Once an iPod Classic came out, you could put video on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I watched, like, I remember I'd watch people that had gone to the cinema and filmed the whole film on, like, a camcorder.
Yeah,
That's how I watched Superbad for the first time.
Really?
That's how I watched The Anchorman for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I got it. Like, there's a great David Lynch interview where he's talking about watching films on your phone, and he's like, you think you're getting the entire experience watching a film on your phone? It's a fucking joke. Or so, like, he, like, is disgusted.
Yeah.
So to the idea of watching someone filming, that's like taking it back another level of, but I still feel like I got, because again, it was so like cutting edge, putting a film shot by someone in America on an iPod. 11-year-old me was like, what the fuck? Like,
What the fuck going on here? Yeah.
this is like a 15 film as well. Like,
It's a big experience.
it was a lot of new stuff all at once. It was a crazy...
Or being hidden away from your mum, so she couldn't...
She didn't know what was happening.
It's such a nice boy. He's up there just completely looking into his books, reading.
I was learning about
listening to music.
what was happening.
But you're there like, oh shit. Now that's what a pussy looks like.
Well, there was that too. But then the internet has all information. Like,
Yeah.
you can find good...
That's why your phone is crisp.
What? That's why my phone is crisp.
That's right, yeah. As in
Okay.
like the internet, because it has the internet. You're like, I want everything to be like as separate. So then that means you would need a laptop or a computer.
If I could go back and live a day in what I just described to you, like just one day where I get to like come home from school and load up LimeWire.
That's what I mean. Like, this is why your phone is amazing. But you're there like, nah, I want everything to have its own use.
I think I'm just nostalgic for like childhood and whatnot, because it's almost like discovering. It felt like the world had been discovered. Like, you know, obviously we've not discovered everything in the ocean and the space and all that shit, but it felt like, you know, people were climbing Everest and we'd done all of that, but there was new ground to be discovered in there.
There was, yeah.
And I was just going to the deep trench every night. I was like, just like, what's going on here? It did, I mean, yeah, Mum did definitely. There were times when stuff, I remember I had a friend, George Hill. Shout out, George. If for some crazy reason you're listening to this.
He might be. You don't know.
He might be. He slept over once and we watched Two Girls, One Cup.
Right. Yeah. Boys' night.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I come downstairs 2 days later for breakfast and Mum and Dad are sat at the table. All the lights are off. It's dark. I'm like, what's going on here? They're like, Jack, sit down. We need to talk to you.
Did you bring it up? Was it you?
No, they were like, we found this thing on your computer and we think it's really sick. And they thought that it was like, it was just beyond their capacity. Like they just had no...
What did you say to try to get out of that?
Exactly what you just said. Like, you don't understand. Like, this is like... boy stuff, like this is just like what's going on right now. Like,
you didn't even like try to lie about it. You're like,
no.
Yeah, somebody sent me this through email and I clicked on it and I was disgusted. Like that. I don't know. That would be my first train of thought, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm just gonna delete it. Boom. No, you know that somebody else has got that anyway, so you can get it back.
I led with pure,
pure
honesty. Pure honesty.
Which is
I wanted them to understand.
It's fine, yeah.
That, like...
It's just boys, yeah.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like... That was a phenomenon.
I mean, yeah, like that nearly broke the internet.
It was definitely like an early internet event, and like even like Family Guy and like TV shows were talking about it and stuff. So it's not like no one ever knew about that and I went and found it because I'm into it.
You were searching for it. I need you paid them to do it. Like, I need 2 girls to shit in a cup.
Age 14. Yeah. I'm there like,
come on, let's go.
So yeah, big misunderstanding. And that's all.
What did they say? Like, what else? Like, did they just...
I think Mum threatened, obviously in some sort of non-serious way, to call the police. I think she was like, we're going to get the police involved. And I was like, you do need to understand how non-severe this is. Like, you need to really just like... Because they don't even know... There's so much like... I don't know, they're so scared of what's out there.
Yeah.
And I've seen most of what's out there.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, if you said you've seen all of what's out, you ain't seen shit. There's a lot. But yeah,
I mean, people dying and stuff, they can't like fathom that. No. Dad worked ambulances in London. And there's a big difference. There is obviously a huge difference from seeing that stuff through a screen.
So they saw more than just 2 girls, 1 cup? Fuck me, bro. Like, wonder.
Shout out Harry Cooper.
Okay.
My next door neighbour.
You shouting everyone out?
Well, we were just telling stories, I guess. But me and Harry, I had a flip phone.
Yeah. Same.
Me and Harry went down to the cricket field in Croft, which is just a field. And with a cricket pitch on it, but not. There's also parts of it that aren't a cricket pitch and are just a field. So we went down there and we'd just found out about Diet Coke and Mentos.
Okay, I thought you were going to tell me something different then.
We went down there and filmed a video.
Thought you would tell me something. I'm like, fucking hell, finally.
No.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, we went down there and did the Mentos and Coke thing.
Mm-hmm. Videoed it?
Yeah, filmed it, had some fun. This is the crazy thing. I've been given this phone by my dad.
Okay.
Now, as you previously said, you know, infrared, Bluetooth.
Yep.
Any younger listeners, like, it's like trading cards. Oh, you've got this video. Oh, you've seen this one.
Yeah.
Let's trade. And people would just share videos all around. So I understand how these videos ended up on my father's phone. I'll say that. Again, it's not an isolated case where he's gone and found these things. Like, it was just the culture of what was happening at the time.
At the time, yeah.
And there were a few. There was like a couple of football blooper kind of ones.
Yeah.
Where like the commentators were like being swearing or, you know, just like shit like that. There was one where these two people were fucking and then like their legs.
And this is your dad's, like...
Yeah, but
he put it on there. You didn't...
He just gave me this phone. He got a new phone.
already had that on there.
And these videos were just, because he's not like tech savvy like that.
Yeah.
He probably like don't even know where they go once they're downloaded, sort of thing. So it's like...
That's the first thing you do when you get a new phone.
You go through it. Oh, yeah, as a kid, you know exactly where everything is. You're like going through every hidden folder, finding everything.
That's it.
It did like two people fucking and then like the legs lifted and they were both men, which is obviously like great. That is a product of its time. Like, even like framing that like that's a joke.
Imagine at that time, like, if your dad then took this phone back from you and was like, Jack, we found these videos. I'm like,
I'll go ape.
You gave me the phone with the videos on there.
Even crazier because there was this one of this guy. And he had a penis. You see that lamp?
He what other guy doesn't like
you don't ask that question. Do not finish that question because the answer is long and convoluted.
I mean, you always start with one.
I'm not.
A guy will always start with one.
I'm not even going to go down that conversational route. You see that lamp next to you?
Yeah.
He was packing about that. To this day, is the biggest penis that I've seen that
you've ever seen.
I mean, even bigger than your boy Drizzy's. But
like pretty much fucking.
It was ludicrous. It
down.
He was wrecked. He was sat on a sofa, like this, like fucking like that. And he was like the cutout, the Kanye cutout is like the same, like
no way.
It was crazy, and there was a girl next to him, like doing this.
Die.
And I remember it so vividly. The way the video started, it was black and it faded in, like faded in from black, and the music was like this Indian music that was like. It was like some like really distinct like sitar music, and obviously any scout camp, playground, I'm whipping that video out because it's
straight.
The way it fades in, it always got a guaranteed laugh.
Yeah, everyone like, what the fuck?
I don't even have to look. I just have to like hold it. I know exactly what's fucking happening. So I had that just in the fucking folders, and I get home and Mum's like, what you been doing with your day? And I was like, oh, me and Harry went down to the cricket field. Do you want to see what we've been doing? And all I hear is her face, I had to flip the phone, her face like, it was a whole thing. And then I had to tell her, like, I was like, Dad gave me this phone.
So you dubbed your dad in it straight away.
It was me or him. And I didn't know the consequences. I didn't know the consequences. I thought that was like, when you're a kid, you think that's like, is illegal. You don't know what like the ramifications of having that video would be. So I was like doing anything to like get out of
being in trouble for this video.
Yeah, basically.
Even though you've had it for like months, been showing it around.
I can go up to Harry Cooper to this day and all I have to do is and he knows exactly like what I'm talking about.
What did your mum say about that? What did she go mad against your dad?
I think they had that conversation in private. But again, he's not even at fault. Like now I'm like 30. It's like those videos were just being passed around. It obviously wasn't for like. And even if he is watching porn, like whatever, like if he's a lorry driver, like he's away for long periods of time. Whatever, that's their business. Like that ain't mine. I shifted the whole thing.
God damn.
And then I guess if we're just going through mishaps or whatever, the highlights of my peer-to-peer file downloading. I did used to have this was towards the tail end. Oh, the day LimeWire disappeared, it was so sad.
They named it something different after LimeWire. It was something
They're
different.
trying to bring it back now
before LimeWire.
Make it like some fucking what's that thing that's awful?
That thing that's awful. Yeah, of course.
The new hip thing that's actually not the new hip thing. NFTs. Yeah, they're trying to bring it back as like an NFT thing.
Wow.
But downloading LimeWire Pro from LimeWire was the move. The paid version of LimeWire, legally downloading it using the free version of LimeWire. That's
top dog shit.
Yeah.
Like
that was a game changer.
People are like, how are we losing money? People should be buying this.
No money was being made anywhere from anyone through LimeWire.
No.
It was a complete
people
free-for-all.
getting free shit. It was virtual, like
It's like a
you know the what they did in America, where they raided and did all that shit. It's like they did that. People just
the rape and pillage of the
rape and pillage. What?
What are you on about? Are you on about when the colonizers came over?
No.
What are you on about?
Recently, this was like 2 or 3 years ago, when there were like people just like looting in America.
Oh, riot. The January
riot, but like
January 4th.
the internet version. People are just on LimeWire downloading free shit, and people like losing money.
That is a pretty good analogy in the sense that it was like the end of like an industry.
Yeah.
And there was definitely, it was like a crash.
Yeah.
I guess it was, yeah, for sure.
Because obviously from till it was deleted or like taken down.
Well, I then had a friend called Sam, and I'd go around his house, and it'd sound like you. I'd be whipping out, my devices, my iPod and all this stuff. Be like, look at this thing I downloaded, ifreeclubs.com and all of that. And he'd be like, why don't you just listen to this stuff on Spotify? And this was in like 2008.
Right, okay.
And I was like, what is Spotify? Skeptically.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it just has all the music. I was like, all the music? What do you think I'm trying to do here? Well, I'm trying to get all the music. You're saying this has all the music.
Already? What?
Ridiculous. For free. It was like free at the time too. So I was like, are you like a magician or so? Like, what are you on about? And so I go to his house and it just had this thing that just had all the music.
And look at where we are now.
But that ended the whole, then LimeWire got sued for like $1 trillion. It's like more money than the earth actually has. The owner of LimeWire got sued for.
Really?
Yes.
So that means he's in debt forever.
He's in...
I mean, I know you can claim bankruptcy and then after 5 years...
I don't know if that applies to... I think he might be in a bit of a stickier situation than... I have no clue. He's alive. I know that.
Thinking about it now, compared to how you can obtain music now, downloading it in that way, like, shouldn't matter now. You can have free music on Spotify. Free. Download all the one that you want.
But this okay, we're going to get into...
Obviously, with Spotify, they have like... Yeah, they have ads and stuff.
Last episode, we mentioned that we were in between the release of a new Kanye West album. And
now we're post-release.
We are post-release now. And what is relevant to this conversation, because it's been pulled from streaming services several times since release.
Yeah.
And this is because he's without a record deal. He's independent. And what you just said about, what LimeWire should be able to happen because we have all the music now.
I say it should be able to happen. I mean, like, he shouldn't be that penalized now.
Well, forget about Kanye for just that original like statement you said. There's a big difference because you pay $9.99 for access to everything.
Yeah, without ads.
You don't actually have it. If you pay $9.99, you can download it, but they'll take that away from you if you don't pay $9.99. So you never have it.
Yeah.
You're just like walking into a shop. Every song is like a shop, and you're just walking into it, but you don't get to like, it's not yours. Whereas when you had the CD,
that's yours.
You had it.
Yeah.
And when you had the file on the computer, you had it. So that is the big distinction between the two models.
Right, okay.
Basically. And the industry is in a really interesting place. I don't really know. We've got access to everything. There's people that love buying records and vinyl. There's people that even get more specific and really niche, and they only release stuff on tapes.
Yeah.
You know? Like, people even like in this studio do that sort of thing. There's people that literally just buy Spotify every month and just use that, and like they'll probably never do physical media ever again.
Probably, yeah.
So
probably one of those people.
There's so many. But how do you feel about like gaming's your passion in that regard? So how do you feel about no more boxes and no more manuals and no more discs and everything just being like Game Pass and shit?
I do that now.
Do you like that though?
Because the games are still mine, regardless. It's
you
not.
Get to play
it was
them.
never to do with the physical aspect of the game. I'm like, I get to put this disc in and the noise that it makes. I'm like, amazing. No, it was always, and it's always been about the experience of the story, the adventure that you go through with the teammates that you have, whether it be online or single player. It was just that aspect of it is what I like. So whether it's digital or physical, I'm not really bothered. I'm still fine with it. I can do everything that I could with something digital, and like I can understand where you're coming from, where like you have that physical copy. If something were to happen where the internet just fucking shut down, I won't be able to fucking play those games. Okay, that's fair. I do have physical copies of games that I do play still, but everything that I do from now on, every game that I buy is digital.
So did you not like just not have those experiences? Look, as I said earlier, like I guess the stuff I had. And because I didn't have access to everything, I really valued the stuff that I did have. And so I just mine it. When I say mine, I mean like consume every single inch of it.
Yeah.
So I just know these things really well. And that becomes part of the thing. Like getting an emulated version of Pokemon Red and Blue is cool. Like you can play the game. But sitting down with my Game Boy and putting my cartridge in that I got when I was 6, and like I've got the box, it's fucked. It's like absolutely like fucked. But like I've got the original box, and it's just
that feeling. See,
it's a ritual.
I don't have that feeling because I'm not looking at games as to be like, I want to feel. I want to feel a certain nostalgia. I want to be back at that moment when life was good.
What I'm saying, it enhances the game. That's what I'm saying. It's different to playing it on an emulator.
Right, okay. But that would be like your experience. Your experience would be like, it enhances it. To me, it's like I can play a game once, right? And then I can then play it again, and then I can do stuff that I've missed. To me, that whether it's physical, and this is just my opinion again. I just keep, obviously, I don't know why I keep repeating it, but physical or digital, to me, it's more. The more I play the game, the more I know about the story. The more I read different different dialogues, because sometimes you skip some stuff and sometimes you find out you're like, oh, I didn't read this before, whatever. That enhances my experience, because then I can just be like, I'm constantly like, even though I've played the game twice or 3 times, I know that there's always something in there that I'm missing or that I haven't discovered, and when I do discover it, it's just an even like refreshing feeling.
It's interesting, because everyone's different. And my experience, because I have had these like really intense experiences with like each thing.
Yeah.
That's why I don't watch new shit. Because I know it's going to be intense. Like, I really it takes over me.
Yeah. I know, you're like, you need to know everything about it, and you just...
So especially, like, I can't get into One Piece. Like, you can't, like, it would end me. You know what I mean? Like, it scares me, things that have no end like that. Like, games that you can keep on playing. I'm like, oh, fuck, that would be, like, my heroin. Like, it would kill me. Like...
Yeah. But that's where I can understand why you don't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. Because I'm in and out. Like, with games, I play, when I say, and I've told you this before, when I say the word game, I just, anything to do with that I'm into. So I could be like card games, board games, anything that has the word game in it, I'm like, I will do regardless. So then I get to a point with like games that take a long time to complete. Once I complete them, I just delete them and like sort of like forget about it for a hot sec. I know that I played it, but then I come back and then I redo it and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't do this last time. I don't remember doing... And it's just... That's the replayable value that all of these games have for me.
How often do you replay stuff?
Most of the games that I play are like open world, right?
But you just move from one thing to another, or did you ever go back and like... the shit that I don't know. I remember
like Skyrim, right?
Yeah.
Like I've played Skyrim probably like 4 different times. Right? I've been like but like I go through phases where it's like I'll play it and I'll do like 30 hours within like a week or something. Won't play it for months. Come back to it, do another 30 and then finish it. And it'll be like, okay, I'll do that. And I did that for like, when it came out on the 360. Then it came out on like the Xbox One. So then I bought it on there. And then I got a PC at that time. So I bought it on PC and did it there as well. So I wouldn't say there's many games that I've like completed multiple times. There's probably like 20 games that I go back to and just like replay to see how like what I've missed, what I can do next. Because like Skyrim has such a massive world that I can even now on my PC like add mods to make it so it's even more different.
Yeah, I mean there is.
That's why it's like those are the games that I replay. Fallout, you know what I mean? Those are the games that I put an effort to like go back to because they're just good games. I like them. Like Bethesda always does good games. The whole new one that they come out with that they're kind of fucked up with, but I still quite enjoy. So I will go back to that one and complete it again.
But that is, I think, like tying it back into like the music conversation.
Yeah.
That's kind of why like I'm interested in what Kanye's doing with the way he's releasing music right now, because for a minute now he's like been patching albums in the same way that game developers patch games.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that since like Life of Pablo, if not Jesus. So, and I think that's a really watching the art evolve, and having the files is important because then you can see the progression of these songs. So I really that is why it's we have a mix of the two models, I guess, these days.
Yeah.
And what he's going through now with the Vultures thing is really interesting because fans are like rigorously saving every single time the album gets re-uploaded. Mm-hmm. Because there's a good chance there's a whole thing on the internet these days of like lost media. If people don't have an interest in things, or if stuff gets lost, and it can happen easily.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much like lost media and then people get like explorers, hunters going after it, trying to find media and stuff like that. So there might be like a version of Vultures that like gets taken down that never gets put back up, and stuff might have to change and stuff like that.
Every time that I go on Apple Music, I go on there and it's like, it'll show 2 songs, be like, everything else locked. And then I have to then delete it, go back onto the main page for Kanye, re-download it again, and then it'll be like, there'll be 1 song missing.
It's great.
And I'm like, okay, I was literally listening to this. This is one of these songs, one of the 2 songs that were in and the other ones weren't. And I was like, okay, fine. Gone back in today, again, 1 song on there that I can listen to.
If we're gonna move,
what the fuck?
If we're gonna move into Kanye talk and whatnot, then we should probably swing this over to the Patreon, because I don't know if the people out here on the normal airwaves can handle this level of talk. So yeah, we're gonna go over there. Thank you. If you want to like hear the rest of the episode and like keep up with anything else you're doing, just go to the link in any of our bios or like in the description for the podcast and sign up to the Patreon, and you can listen to the rest of what we're going to be talking. We're going to have a quick break now and just go freshen up a little bit, maybe do what we need to do, and then we're going to come back and maybe chat some Kanye and some stuff, some special stuff for you guys. So peace out to the Spotify people.
So, peace.